Former Fever player reveals striking similarity between Caitlin Clark and Paige Bueckers. Former Fever player reveals striking similarity between Caitlin Clark and Paige Bueckers. Originally appeared on Athlon Sports, NaLyssa Smith, who the Indiana Fever traded to the Dallas Wings in February, has the privilege of having been teammates with both Caitlin Clark and Paige Bueckers. Smith played alongside Clark during the latter's historic rookie campaign last year, and the 6'4" forward is now teammates with Bueckers in the former UConn Stars' debut season. Smith spoke to reporters on Friday ahead of the highly anticipated matchup between the Fever and the Wings, and one of the things she opened up on is the striking similarity between Clark and Bueckers. According to Smith, playing alongside two of the top young stars in the WNBA provides a similar experience for her in terms of fan reception. It's the same experience, Smith said, via Nathan Baird of IndyStar. Going on the road, they all sound like home games, too. They're cheering loud for Paige and for the team. They're very similar environments. That's why them two together in this arena, it's going to be insane. Much like Clark did last season, Bueckers has also taken the WNBA by storm as a rookie. As Smith pointed out, the fact that Bueckers draws in hordes of fans during road games is a testament to this fact. Unfortunately, Clark and Bueckers' first meeting had to be postponed. This was after the Fever superstar was ruled out of Friday's game due to a groin injury. As Smith said, the first ever WNBA clash between these two would be insane. But at this point, the fans will need to wait a bit more before it finally happens. This story was originally reported by Athlon Sports on June 29, 2025. Where it first appeared, it was a quiet Tuesday afternoon when Tamika Catchings, WNBA legend and former Indiana Fever icon, agreed to sit down for a rare interview. Cameras off, coffee warm in hand, she leaned back and smiled as a reporter asked a question she'd been expecting. So, you've watched Caitlin Clark and Paige Bueckers rise. What's the real comparison? Catchings didn't answer right away. She looked out the window at the Indiana sky, summer clouds drifting like thoughts not yet formed. Finally, she said, "It's not about who's better, it's about how they're alike in a way people don't always see." The internet had been obsessed with comparing them. Clark's logo threes versus Bueckers' surgical mid-range. Clark's flashy passes. Bueckers' calm killer instinct. But Tamika saw something else. Something beneath the stats, beyond the screens and the screaming crowds. She called it the shadow in the spotlight. Back when Catchings was the heart and soul of the Fever, she'd learned the hard way what it meant to carry a franchise. The pressure, the scrutiny, the expectation to turn hope into wins. She watched Clark step into that same arena. Bright lights, rabid fan base, every possession dissected online. But Paige? Paige had walked a different path, quieter. Wounded often, but just as resilient. "They're the same," Catchings said, "just flipped." Caitlin thrived under attention. Paige thrived in recovery. Both played with a chip, but their chips were carved from different stones. In her rookie year, Caitlin had already drawn nightly double teams and critical headlines, both for what she did and didn't do. Every move she made became a meme, a movement, a moment. Paige, meanwhile, carried her own weight. Expectations so high, they ached, like her knee did post-surgery. She had burst into college basketball with the grace of a ballerina and the instinct of a surgeon, only to spend seasons battling herself as much as opponents. They've both had to become something no one prepared them for, Tamika said. Not just athletes, icons, symbols, and targets. The WNBA was changing fast, thanks to no small part to Clark's gravitational pull. But Paige wasn't far behind. As UConn fans reminded the world, Bueckers was her before she was her. But Catchings didn't bother with that debate. She saw something deeper. "They both see the floor before the floor sees them," she said. "That's the similarity that matters. Their game is poetry in different fonts." She recounted one play each. Clark, catching a rebound in transition and launching a full-court dime without even turning her head. Bueckers, dissecting a zone defense with a hesitation dribble, 3 head fakes, and a teardrop floater. "Those are field plays," she said, "that can't be taught." And that's vision. And maybe that's where the real similarity lies. Not in their scoring totals or NIL deals, not in the weight of their brands or the volume of their cheers, but in the way they see the game. When the Fever and the team that lands Bueckers finally face off, Be it next season or in a dream finals down the road, the matchup will be electric. But Tamika Catchings won't watch just for the points. I'll be watching the eyes, she said. The way they read each other. She said, the way they read each other. Two mirrors, two minds. The court will be chess, and there'll be two queens moving across it. She paused, then added something surprising. They need each other, not just as rivals, but as rivals who understand. In a league still growing, still fighting for recognition, they will carry parallel burdens. Every great era in sports had its balance. Magic and Bird, Serena and Venus, LeBron and Steph, now Caitlin and Paige. They'll push each other, save each other from the weight, and remind the world that this league isn't about one name. It's about all of us. The interview ended, but Tamika's words lingered in the room like the scent of something burned too deeply into memory to forget. There are players who define eras, and there are duos who redefine them. Caitlin Clark and Paige Bueckers may wear different jerseys, walk different roads, and speak in different basketball languages, but they are, as Catchings described, the two pages of the same book, both written in bold, both still being written, and both destined to change the ending forever.